Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Sat Sangat Astrology. In this video, I will share my thoughts about the Aries new moon that is happening today in the evening here in Central Texas, and you can adjust the time for your time zone. Probably in Europe, it will be in the morning or middle of the night. In any case, I am recording this in the morning of the April 11th, and the moon is balsamic, or still very dark under the rays of the sun. So this is a special time for introspection, meditation, and rest. Right? We are not initiating new things until a couple of days after. In fact, the Aries new moon every year gives us the opportunity to start things that will be very productive because next the moon visits the sign of Taurus, where she is exalted. So just a couple of days later, you will have this opportunity to start something that will be very fruitful later on. So in a minute, I will share my screen also with the chart for the new moon. But before I do that, here are my contact information. And you can email me anytime if you would like to receive a reading. You can visit my blog at satsangat.astrology.blogspot.com, where you can find clients' reviews. You can find the pricing information and the kinds of readings that I do. I'm going to share now the chart for the new moon. This is the chart. And the new moon, as I said, is at 22 degrees 25 seconds of Aries. And this configuration is very interesting because we have a stellium in Aries. There are 5 planets piled up there. So there is a lot of fiery initiatory energy in this chart. So you may feel triggered to change things. It's a good time to change jobs, change location, change even your looks, right, with Venus there. So it is a cardinal chart. If you see on the left of the screen, it says cardinal 11 points and fire 9 points. So it is a cardinal fire chart, which makes it for very impetuous momentum that gives you the energy to get started and get going. So it seems like it is very energetic new moon. Although, as I said, as I always said, wait until the moon starts to appear just a line in the sky, because that will be the more beneficial moment to get started on things that you are now thinking about, planning, and and hoping for, right? Looking forward to start. So this new moon is also the first one after the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere, and it's the start of the new tropical year. So it is the new moon that really gives you the get going of the new year. So we can, I would like to point out that the full moon for this cycle will be at 7 degrees 006 minutes of Scorpio. So that's a heads up. That happens in on April 26th, and again, Pluto will be stationary at that time, which it is already, except that, of course, the chart doesn't show it, but Pluto will move just 3 more minutes before stationing, but it is at the 26th mark, 26 degree, where it will turn retrograde. So it is at a halt there, very, very slow moving, which makes Pluto ultra powerful. And you will see why I mentioned this, because it plays a very important role in this new moon. Pluto will be squaring the, or the new moon will be squaring first quarter square to Pluto. And so the first quarter square to a sign cycle is crucial, because it is the crisis in action. It is when we take action and we go for it. So we can expect this new moon to be extra transformational. And why do I say this? It's because even though the planets, not all the Mercury, the moon, and the sun, and Venus, well, Venus is almost exact squaring Pluto, but the other 3 will do it hours, the moon, and days later, which makes it for that even more cardinal, meaning this new moon is really a turning point of the year, where you will experience significant changes in your life, in your personal life, and even in the world. You will see very, very significant changes, especially related to financial matters, distribution of resources, and relationships among countries, so which are already in tension. So we see that negotiations between certain countries are in tension, great tension, especially because of trade, because of commercial agreements or disagreements. So this is not a good new moon for agreements and contracts. On the contrary, it is a friction new moon for parties that are trying to get an agreement. So the new moon is, as I said, with Venus, and Venus exactly squaring Pluto. So this new moon is about values, about money, finances, distribution of resources, as I said, self-worth, self-esteem in your personal life, right? Love and relationships. So all of that will be in friction for the whole moon cycle. It means about 29 days, we will be dealing with relationship problems or disagreement, and even commercial disagreements, and in general, how we relate to other people. You will encounter this friction and tension between parties. So the first square then is Venus. So your feelings will be intensified, and everything related to love, money, will be under probably obsessions, compulsions, manipulations, jealousy, secret deals, and much fear and anger. Especially, you know, with Venus in Aries, where she is at fall because she rules Libra. So you can expect Venus to be a really low in its energy. So passions and so all love relationships especially will be really at a detriment. And if you already have relationship problems, then this is make or break, because the friction is so powerful with Pluto. Pluto is the planet that requires the truth, that requires really let go of things that do not work anymore, shed the skin, right? Like the serpent or the python, you know, they shed the skin every season or so. So we are also required by Pluto to leave behind things that are for our detriment. So we will see very clearly when certain behaviors that we have in relationships are self-destroying or even destructive for our partner. So here Venus square Pluto requires regeneration of the love life, and if you are at the receiving end of the problem, the other partner could lack consideration for your feelings and really being ruthless with you. So there is this is an aspect of rupture and disturbing harmony, and much detachment. Really, it's an energy that is very negative for Venus. Excuse me. So you can expect, as I said, being faced with the reality of things and having to really face it and accept it, and it could be very cruel. Deceptions and manipulations will not pass this test. So there is, as I said, it's a highly cardinal and fire energy in this chart. So you will be required to make it or break it. So that's it. And the same kind of energy applies to the moon and the sun and to Mercury. The three of them will be squaring Pluto successively. Let's start with the moon. The moon squares Pluto exactly on the 12th, tomorrow. And so there could be a severance of family ties, or the need to leave behind certain family conditionings and attitudes that you have lived for a long time. emotional habits that you had, probably unconscious, psychological issues with family, with mother, for example. If you have friction with your mother, this will increase even more, and also problems at home, right? Really problems that will be transformational from the core. So if there are issues in the family, they will come up very ugly, very ugly. So there could be much suffering, disruption of the daily life, and also other members or the family, or you and the family, could be very aggressive and trying to control and manipulate the family members, or others could be manipulating and trying to obsessively overpower you. So with this new moon, there is a potential for us to bring out our power, and it could be a detriment, or it could be for us if we have never exerted our own power, or felt or experienced our own empowerment. This could be the opportunity where you say, well, enough is enough. I need to live my life as I want it, and empower yourself. Otherwise, it could be the other way around, where you lose all your power and you can be under the control of other people. So it's also an energy that is disturbing for the psyche. And so you may have weird dreams and psychic perceptions that you may not be able to identify, but at the same time they will be very disturbing to you, like emotional revelations that you feel something is wrong, but you don't know what it is. And they could happen when you go to certain places and you feel the thing. So make sure that you pay attention, because those perceptions, emotional perceptions, can save your life. So be careful if you are involved with secret deals and things, intrigues and things like that. You may be at the end of aggressions, or you may be the one who get aggressive, against, especially against loved ones and family members. So also, there could be some important and powerful event in the world that affects humanity in general, or society, or your community as a whole. They can change your life and really redirect your life in another direction completely. So when the sun square Pluto on April 16, then you will feel this, that all this turbulence inside yourself will make for a core change in you. So your very essence of who you are will be shaken and fractured, and probably deconstruct and reconstructed. Sometimes events that come from outside provoke us to really regenerate our core essence, our core identity, and gives us the opportunity to be reborn, literally. So it's like a resuscitation after the death. So if things go down, don't get discouraged, because this is a cycle of 29 days. that can really put you sailing into your horizon and aiming at your goals. This is such a powerful, beautiful new moon that even though it comes with burdens and troubles, but it can really shake from you all the things that do not serve you anymore, and you can really start anew. And after the process, you can feel fresh and renewed and ready to tackle everything and whatever goal that you have. For example, if you are going to start a new home life or a new family life or a new job or a new relationship, or be free from the wrong relationship, this is the new moon that you need. So it is ultra powerful, as I said, and it's because Pluto is playing the major role. So on the 17th of April, Mercury will square Pluto, and that is when all the secrets will come as information to you, or you may realize in your mind things that were hidden from you. You may come to understand things that were really dark and shady somehow in your life, or even in the public life. So this is a kind of a disturbing aspect from Mercury to Pluto, because it really brings out unconscious dirt, I would say. So all of a sudden you get an idea that really punch the nail, nails the thing, and then you say, oh wow, that's what was being done or what was going on. So it is a good aspect for secret investigations and finding the truth of the matter. And then not so good to make agreements and contracts because you can get into a heavy burden with them. So it's better to wait a few days, probably up until the time when Mercury is no longer in a hard aspect to Pluto. Remember that when Mercury get to the end of Cancer, it will oppose Pluto again. So you can, as I said, sign contracts and agreements better when it is in a trine, right, in the sign of Taurus, for example, and even sextile, but it's not going to happen now. So with Mercury square Pluto, the health can suffer as well, because the pandemic and other illnesses that may be in society already may affect you. So ecological disasters, for example, can affect the health, especially the digestive tract with Mercury. But it could also be the lungs, since both are ruled by Mercury. So your health may suffer. You can't you need to be careful about food, or food poisoning can be the matter, or any lung disease like bronchitis or allergies and things that are spread in society at large. But this is a good this is a great aspect for mental regeneration, where you completely change your ideas and you feel a radical turn point where, okay, I realize this has happened, and I can't believe that anymore. I need to change my beliefs or my ideas, probably your opinions about things. So this could be a very existential crisis at the moment, especially if the new moon is aspecting any of your natal planets or your progressed planets. Then that will be felt even stronger for you. So Mercury square Pluto can also give you existential ideas of where am I going. So it could be a point where you question your mindset, right, and your outlook of the situation, whatever it is, even if it is the world situation or your family situation, as I explained before, or your job or whatever it is, but your ideas will be greatly transformed by this. So you can expect having this power to change during this new moon, and probably that will develop over time throughout the 29 days of the cycle. So next new moon will be in Taurus, and she will be probably next to Black Moon Lilith. And the moon and the sun will have traveled, meeting Uranus, which will change, another radical change, I'd say, for any situation. So we are really receiving kicks in the butt in order to, for us to really leave behind things that we really don't need anymore and build anew. So I think that's it. Mars and Mercury are in neutral reception here, because Mars is in Mercury-ruled Gemini, and Mercury is in Aries, ruled by Mars. So they are working in harmony, I would say. It is, they are helping each other. And Mars in Gemini is really digging into information and working so hard in communication and learning and in social life. So there is a lot of activity in the social sphere, especially in connections and making connections and relationships, right? You probably have felt more communicative. You have more emails to read and answer. You have more friends to call, or maybe business dealings, more communication in general. And so Mercury is responding to that as well. And at the same time, Mars is helping this new moon with all that social activity and learning new information as well. Mars in Gemini wants to eat the information, like absorbing it all the time. So if you are doing research, or you are in any industry that uses communication, writing, speaking, this is very advantageous for you. The other factors of this new moon is that it is almost in especially Venus is in between Mars in Gemini and Jupiter in Aquarius, that are in trine. So Jupiter is supporting whatever you are changing at this time, and represents good luck and optimism and the enthusiasm. And Mars adds the possibility of taking action, right, on those good luck things and positive attitudes. So in general, even though it is a new moon that is super challenging, but you have this support from your core energy and from the positive vibes from Jupiter in Aquarius. So I think that if things go wrong for some reason, you can trust the universe to be supporting you in those changes that are needed, and oftentimes dearly needed. So count on Jupiter and Mars as helpers for you, as I said. So I hope this presentation gave you enough information to go this month with a positive attitude. And I hope that everything goes well for you, even though your life may be disturbed and troubled at this time. So keep the faith up, especially if you are challenged. Count on Jupiter about keeping your morals high and your ethics as well. That is very important at this time, to be ethical, and that your actions are not only positive, but they are honest, you know. Always with Jupiter, we need to honor his power for good things, right? And good things come with honesty, with good morality as well. So I wish you the best, and I hope that everything goes well for you. And thank you very much for watching this video. And I hope you contact me for a reading. I also teach a course that goes for 12 months, 2 classes per month. And you can learn how to not only read all the elements, but to do the synthesis of the chart. So I hope to see you there. Bye-bye for now.